I feel like society seems to teach women that putting ourselves first would be selfish. Basically in the book, what I try to do in the very beginning, after doing a lot of research when putting the book together, is I try to break down this idea that self-love isn't selfish. I first address it because I thought I needed to really address the elephant in the room before I can even open you up to receiving your own love. Because if I don't overcome that barrier and that hurdle first, you won't even, everything I say will just be like, wah, 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 wah. In your mind, you think self-love is selfish. In fact, what's even more interesting is when you look up the dictionary or just the definition of selfish, what you'll find on the internet is varied. Some of the synonyms for self-love is selfish.
Wow.
And why is that? I believe it's because it's not indicative of what self-love is. It's indicative of how people feel about self-love, right? So if you say, oh, that person loves themselves, in the past, up until recently, that was equated to being selfish. But then you look at other definitions. I did find a Merriam-Webster dictionary definition that said their definition, or one of their definitions of selfish, is to be concerned excessively or exclusively with oneself, seeking or concentrating on one's own advantage, pleasure, or well-being without regard for others. And I think that's key, because to practice self-love doesn't mean all of a sudden you lose all concern for everybody else. Doesn't mean that all you care about are your own needs, because that is selfish. It means that you prioritize your well-being and your happiness. It means you don't settle for less than you deserve. It means that you prioritize your needs and don't sacrifice your well-being to please others. And these are all things that we as women have been conditioned through societal norms and societal conditioning to believe and to do. So that was a hurdle I needed to get over first, and really to define, point this out, and let's get clear about what selfish is, and let's get clear about what self-love is, and then get into all the different varied ways in which we show ourselves love or don't show ourselves love, as what you found, I talk about in the book, all kinds of things, right? Boundary, we've got self-love in the workplace, self-love at home, in relationships, self-love with caregiving and being a parent. And it's so nuanced. Now, I wrote this particular talk to bring it into businesses and bring it into business leaders. Specifically, it's great for women's leadership groups within organizations or summits and conventions and such. But the thing is that it's not just about self-love in the workplace, right? You can't just teach what self-love is in the workplace and then not show what it looks like everywhere else. It just doesn't work that way. So I still get into all the other ways in which we need to show ourselves love.